Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to transfer data from one micro SD card over to another micro SD card. So I just got a brand new micro SD card for my Nintendo Switch, which has a lot more storage on it, 256 gigabytes. I think the one that's in my Switch is 32 gigabytes, so quite a significant jump there. But the stuff that's on my micro SD card in my Switch, I want to put on this card before I put this new card in. So what you're going to need obviously is your Nintendo Switch, your new micro SD card, and one of these adapters if you have a computer that has an SD card slot. Now actually my desktop computer as well as the laptop that I currently use don't have SD card slots, so I had to take this laptop out of a closet. This was the laptop that I used to use in the past, but this one actually does have an SD card slot, which is over here on the side. Just take out this little thing right here, and then this is going to obviously go in there when you put the little micro SD card in here. So first, we're going to take out the micro SD card from our Switch. So we lift up this back stand area, and then right in here you have your micro SD card. So we're going to push it in, and then it pops right out. So actually it's a 64 gigabyte. I thought it was 32, but nonetheless, quite a bit smaller than the one that we're upgrading to. So we're going to take our old micro SD card and we're going to put it in this SD adapter. And then we're going to slide that into the SD slot here on the side of our computer. Now, if you don't have an SD card slot in your computer, which is actually not all that common on newer laptops, then you might have to purchase an adapter for your computer, or maybe you can use someone else's computer, or maybe you have an older computer sitting around like I was able to find that has an SD card slot. But for instance, my newer laptop, it has a USB port, so I could get an adapter to plug into the USB port for an SD card. It's just going to kind of depend on what situation that you find yourself in. So as soon as I put in this card, you can see that we have this box pop up right here, and it's a little hard to read, but right here there's a Nintendo folder. So what we're going to do is drag and drop this Nintendo folder over onto our desktop, and then it's going to copy all of the files from this Nintendo folder over in to this folder that you just drag and dropped over to your desktop. And it might take a bit of time to transfer over all of these items from your micro SD card over to your desktop, but when this process finishes, you should have a replica of all that data in this Nintendo folder on your desktop. After that, we're going to take our new micro SD card, put it in that adapter, and then transfer that folder over. So I'm going to fast forward ahead in this video to that point. So now we're at 99 to 100% complete, and that process took a bit of time. I was looking at maybe about 8 to 10 minutes in my particular instance, and if you have more data to transfer than I did, it could take even longer than that. So keep that in mind when you're transferring the data from your micro SD card over to your computer. So the next thing we're going to do is pop out our SD card adapter here, and we're going to take out our old micro SD card, and we're going to put the new one in. And then we're going to stick that right back into the SD card slot in our computer. And again, we should get this pop up automatically. Now this is a fresh, brand new micro SD card, so there's nothing in here. What I'm going to do is take this Nintendo folder, and I'm going to drag and drop it over into this micro SD card and let it copy over. Now this process is also likely to take a similar amount of time if I had to guess. So again, I'm going to fast forward to the completion of this process. Alright guys, the transfer and copying over of those files to the new micro SD card is getting really close to completing. So once we reach that 100% completion, then what we do next is we're going to pop out the SD card adapter from our computer. And then we're going to take our new micro SD card out of the adapter. And then we're going to take that new micro SD card and we're going to put it in our Nintendo Switch. And then at this point, we should be set up and ready to go with our new micro SD card after we had transferred over the data from our old micro SD card through a computer. So I hope this video was helpful. I appreciate you guys stopping by. Consider subscribing, and I'll catch you back here next time.